marks the 100th story of this series. For tonight's You Know You're From, what better way to celebrate than to raise a cold one and learn a little about beer and learn a lot about Stevens Point's beer historian. Beer is often connected to celebrations.
Here you go. Thank you.
John Herring
I am your primary tour guide on the trip today.
always celebrates beer.
So we're going to go back in time.
That man knows more about beer history than I think I could ever even imagine.
In 1856, when a guy named George Reuter comes here.
I don't
George
know,
Reuter,
like when I started become called a beer historian.
A beer historian?
Everybody's like, that's not a real job. And then he went to school and he started doing it.
At 30 years old, John went back to school. The UW Stevens Point History Department told him to pick a research area.
So I said, well, I collect this like beer antiques, and so what about beer? And they said that's probably something you should try to follow up on.
He poured everything into that history degree, even interned at the Smithsonian in D.C. for a summer with their beer historian.
Yeah, it's been a really cool kind of journey to like have that kind of niche.
Watch your step.
I guess I'm glad I picked beer.
Follow me.
A brewing partnership with the Stevens Point Brewery has led to new adventures, including leading special tours.
A lot more in depth on the history and going into parts of the brewery that kind of relate to that history more,
During the Civil War,
that we don't go on our normal tour route.
He had an hell of a time putting together the never-before-published history of the Stevens Point Brewery into a collector's book.
I literally dug through their attic. In their attic, I found their records going back all the way to Prohibition. So now they have a pretty robust archival collection.
and so 1857 is counted as the founding year of the brewery.
Beer is his side hustle.
Follow me. Watch your head, watch your step.
Being executive director at the Portage County Historical Society is his full-time gig.
Yeast of beer, oh my God.
There has been more forward advancement and recognition of the Portage County Historical Society since John has come on as the first paid employee ever than there has been in the last 2 decades.
Even when John's off the clock,
In 1871, 1936.
that history switch
The Great Depression hits in 1929.
stays
Oh, all the time.
on.
All the time.
Drives my wife just nuts.
He's constantly spouting facts.
But not even about beer.
And I'll be like, where's the toilet bowl cleaner?
And I'm like, I don't know.
But he knows every historical fact.
That knowledge is serving him and others. While teaching 100-level history at Mid-State Technical College, he tells his students,
You got to be curious about things, and you got to, kind of be open to new ideas because you don't know how they're going to affect you.
because you never know
And the roasting turns it into malt.
what's on tap.
One of the things I love about my job is that connection to people who came before.
Out of all the memorabilia and artifacts in John's basement, his most prized possession is the bar itself. It belonged to his grandpa Bob from the 1967 Montgomery Ward catalog. He and Ricky even were married behind that bar. Now, this story was sent to me by a viewer. If you have a story idea for me, by all means, send me an email to just start the conversation. Dale.Ryman@WSAW.com.